welcome to my kitchen. My name is Luann Pikett and I am cooking. And I know it's 10 o'clock at night here and I do not care because I'm a night owl. And I'm cooking for Sunday. I always cook a Sunday meal for after church. I take it to my mom and dad when we're able to go visit him. Can't do that right now. But I am here to cook and I'm cooking what is called an easy chicken stir fry and cherry pie. Now this will be the first time that I have ever made a real cherry pie. Now I have always made the cherry pie by getting, with pie crust. Hi, Jody! Cooking time. I have always made a pie crust and then, or gotten a pie crust, but then I've always bought just the cherry pie filling in the can. It's good. I've never made a cherry pie with cherries. And so I wanted to try because I don't know if I've ever eaten a cherry pie made with real cherries and that wasn't canned. So the recipes all say though to get tart cherries. You can't get tart cherries here. I even found one that explained that a lot of areas of the country you can't get tart cherries. Well, we don't grow cherries here. So there are cherries in the store right now, but they're sweet cherries. And they said you can use the sweet cherries, just reduce the sugar. Well, we'll see. I may try that. But I got the cherries they have in the store, cherry season for Florida. The cherries that we do get, but they're not tart. So I got those. And so I have all these cherries. It says 4 cups of cherries. And I have pitted all the cherries, so look how dark and ripe they are. Oh my goodness. So I'm going to use these to make this cherry pie. I hope it turns out, because according to the recipe it's supposed to. I don't really know. But I'm going to try, and it's not too terribly much trouble. The hardest part is getting the pits out of the cherries. So I got all that done. But then making it, I don't think it's going to be too terribly hard. So I'm going to try it, and then the easy chicken stir fry should be pretty quick. So let me flip this around and turn this down here. Okay, so there's my pie crust. Now what I do with pie crusts always is I pre-bake them a little bit when you do a pie like this, because otherwise I don't want to partially baked pie crust or an underbaked pie crust. Ugh, I hate that. Oh, you love those cherries. See, those are my mom's favorite. She loves that. So this is kind of a pie for her. I don't know if she's had one made like this before. All right, so what we're going to start with here, let me get my recipe over here. What it says to start with is 1 1/4 cups of sugar. I did go ahead, or what did I put in there? I think I went ahead and put all the sugar in there. But, or maybe I did. I think I just put a cup instead of a 1 1/4. That's what I did. So that is a cup of sugar and 3/4 of a cup of cornstarch. That's what it says to start with. And then it says, so I'm going to put that on the burner here and we're going to see it. There we go. Then it says to add a cup of cherry juice. Now this called for cherry juice blend, but I actually found cherry juice, tart cherry juice. I didn't know you could find cherry juice. I found this at Publix. So lo and behold, cherry juice. So since that's tart cherry juice, I wonder if I should, I think I may go ahead and add the 1/4 cup of sugar. Since that juice is not sweet, that's just juice. It doesn't have sugar, it doesn't have anything in it, it's just juice. So I think I'm going to go ahead and add the 1/4 cup of sugar to this, because I'd rather it be sweet than like, ugh, not sweet. So let's add our 1 1/4 cups of sugar. So there's the rest of my sugar. So then we're going to add a cup of this cherry juice and see what we get. So let's get my little cup measurer here. I like to do this with measuring cups, put it up at eye level. So then you can, it's wanting to be blurry, and it's focusing on a knife. That's interesting. There we go. There you can see the knife. Okay, so I'm going to open up this cherry juice. Okay, so then it says a cup. I hope this isn't going to be too strong. Well, we're going to see. Wow, look at that. But I guess you can just drink this. This may be an entire cup. Well, no, it's more than a cup. It says, oh yes, 8. It's like 8 1/2 cup, or 8. It's like 8 1/3 cups, or 8 1/4. It's more than a cup. So then I'm measuring a cup. So I'm gonna put this in here. Wow. Okay, so I'm gonna turn this on, this burner. Put that in there, and this is gonna make like your gel, cornstarch and sugar. And it says to bring that to a boil. Okay, in a large saucepan, combine sugar, cornstarch, stir in the cherry juice, bring to a boil, cook and stir for 2 minutes. Okay, so this is not going to take terribly long. So I'm going to sit here and stir this. Oh, it looks yummy though. It looks like nice cherry red. Now let me get my little whisk here and start it and get that all dissolved. So this is the first time I've ever made this. Okay. Oh, you think those are tart? See, now, I just saw that comment. I kind of think they're tart too. Because they aren't super sweet. But I guess there are cherries. I wonder if it says what it says on it. I guess there are some that are more tart. I don't know. What does the package say? Does it say sweet or tart? It just says cherries. It doesn't say. But I think the tart ones are like really sour, maybe? I don't know, because I've never had them because they aren't here in Florida. So whatever these are, we're putting sugar in them. Okay, well, you're tired of staring at my stove now, right? There. Look at that. Sugar, cornstarch, and that cherry juice. Who knew you could find cherry juice? Did you know you could find cherry juice? Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. So are you all of you night owls? I'm a night owl. I know it's 10 o'clock at night. I don't care. I don't go to bed early. I can go to bed early and I lay there and stare at the wall. I wake up at night. So we're going to let that boil. Then it says after that, we're going to add, let's see, after the 2 minutes, we're going to remove from heat. We're going to add the cherries and a little cinnamon and nutmeg. And it asks for almond extract because like cherry and almond is good. Now it uses a half a teaspoon of cinnamon, a 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg. Now I always add, when something asks for nutmeg, that's cinnamon and nutmeg. When it asks for nutmeg, I usually do half of what it asks for because nutmeg to me is so strong. Oh yes, you did know that at Publix. How about that? Yes, it's at Publix. I've never bought it before. But nutmeg to me is really strong. And if you put usually the amount that's recommended of nutmeg, that's all I taste is nutmeg in anything. So I usually cut down the nutmeg by half. So this doesn't have a 1/4 teaspoon, it has an 1/8 of a teaspoon. Half of the 1/4 teaspoon. But it's got the half a teaspoon of cinnamon. It just adds a little spice to this. The only recipe that I have that I add all the nutmeg is my carrot cake recipe. That one, it doesn't overpower it. But that one also has a tablespoon of cinnamon. Okay, so we just got to stir this until it boils, and then it's going to be really thick. Then we're going to add 1/4 teaspoon of the almond, the cinnamon, and the nutmeg. Let me get my little measuring spoon, and the cherries, and that's it. Then we're going to dump it in this, and then we're going to make a lattice top. And I have another pie crust over here that kind of broke into pieces. It kind of got a little smashed. Make a perfect lattice top. We'll just cut it in some more pieces. I think it'll work fine. It doesn't have to be perfect. So, taking its own little sweet time here. Oh, it's getting there though. Let's see if I can make some strips here. It's incredibly slow watching something boil in it. But you see it's starting to steam and it's starting to bubble a little, so we're getting there. And I have it on high, which means I got to stir it like every second because I don't want it to burn. I actually can move that now, I think. And use, oh look, boiling, okay. So then it says 2 minutes. There's my 2 minutes. I'm turning it down though. Man, that went from nothing to like, pow, didn't it? That didn't gradually boil. That went a little crazy. That went from nothing to super boil. Oh, wowee. Look at that. The other pies that I made, they didn't boil this crazy. This doesn't seem to be thickening as much as that. Well, the other ones were like the lemon meringue pie. That thickened a lot more. This one's not going to thicken that much. There we go. We turned it down. It's almost like making candy. Have you ever made candy? I've made fudge and I've made, I know, wasn't that? It was like nothing to volcano. I wonder if it's the cherry juice that did that. I don't know why. Why would that do that? It's a good thing I was watching. I have never seen something go to a hard boil that fast. I mean, it gradually goes to it, but whoa, one more minute. That was, whoa. Okay, now it's getting pretty thick. Okay, good. I'm going to move my other pan here because I'm going to move this to the front here in a minute. But have you ever made candy? I've made that. I've made pralines. You say praline or praline, however you say that. I've made those before. You have to just, you know, get the candy, you know, to get it to a certain temperature. I've done that. It's kind of fun. It's not that hard, really. The whole trick is just getting it to the temperature. Got 28 seconds. And look, see, look at that now. Oh, I would taste it, but it'd burn my mouth off. So, you know, if you're going to make this, you want to watch it close. Or that is some crazy boiling. 8 seconds. Here we go. I'm going to go ahead and turn it off. Now, I've got my oven on already. Okay, there we go. It says remove from heat. Try to remember to move you with it this time. Okay, remove from heat. Then I'm going to go ahead and add my cinnamon and nutmeg. They said this just adds an interesting flavor. This is this recipe. I got this recipe from Taste of Home. That's my favorite place, Taste of Home. I love their recipes. And they're online. You can look at them online. They also have a magazine. Ooh, that smells good. Woo, woo. I don't know if I've ever had cherry pie with cinnamon in it. It doesn't have a lot, though. Okay, so there's that. Then we're going to add, let's go ahead and add the almond extract. If you don't like that, you can leave it out. Oh. It doesn't want to come open. Okay, so you got to be careful with almond extract. Don't add too much almond extract or it's going to taste like soap. Tastes like Jergens hand lotion. Smells just like almond. So this only calls for 1/4 teaspoon. I'm just being real careful not to go over. Because I like almond extract, but you got to be careful not to overdo. Then I don't like it at all. Okay, ooh, that smells good. Cherry and almond goes real well together. Okay, then we're going to stir it. Then it says to add the cherries. So here we go. Look how pretty those are. Oh my goodness. And I have a few left over. Mom's going to be thrilled because I'm going to give them to her. Because she just loves these. These are so good. Okay, so we're going to stir all this. This is going to be like a dark cherry pie. Boy, it looks good. I hope it is good. I think I'm going to take me a little bite out of here to see what it tastes like. Take it out and let it sit for a minute. So I don't scald myself. I know there's got to be a little piece of cherry in here. So I hope this is going to turn out good. Alright, where's my little piece of cherry? Boy, it sure smells good, I'll tell you that. Oh, here's a little piece. Looky there. Looky there. Okay. Let me get that in there with the... Look at that. Oh! Okay, so we're going to let that cool. Then we'll taste it. If it's bad, oh well. It's too late now. Okay, so now let's go. It does, I know, doesn't it look good? Okay, so what does it say? We're going to bake it at 425 for 10 minutes. Typical pie. 425 for 10 minutes, reduce to 375, and bake 45 to 50 minutes. Okay, I've got it on 425 for 10 minutes. That's supposed to help bake your crust, but I've had too many crusts not turn out baked. You know, they're raw at the bottom. Blech. So I always pre-bake it for about 6 minutes, so it's just slightly done before I put filling in it. Then you don't get a raw crust. So this was the right amount for this deep dish pie thing here. Oh man, look at that. Oh, that's like a black cherry pie. Wow, this is not going to be like your canned cherry pie filling, I can tell you that. And it's really not that hard. I mean, like I said, the hardest thing is pitting the cherries. And not that hard. It just takes a few minutes. Okay, that's 4 cups of cherries. All right, so let's put this in here. Let's try this little bite over here. My little bite. Even though the cherry is raw. Oh, that's going to be good. Oh, yeah. That cherry juice is so good. Oh, yes. Okay. That's going to be yummy. I think that's sweet enough. Sorry, couldn't give you a bite. Okay, here we go. real fresh cherries. The recipe says you can also use frozen cherries. Yeah, but who wants to do that when we got fresh? Okay, this will be the first time I've ever eaten a cherry pie made with fresh cherries. But that filling, oh yes, that filling is going to do it. Now, I am going to put it on a baking sheet because I don't trust it to not spill. And that's going to be one horrid mess if that spills. Okay, so I'm going to take this other pie crust here that's thaw. And it's kind of falling apart, but I'm going to cut some strips. And, oh, it is completely crumbling on me here. That's all right. All right, now, I'm going to put, let's see, I know I've done this before. You put it down. It's, you know, if it doesn't turn out that pretty, yeah, it's fine. It's going to work just fine. Okay, so you put, let's see, you put that there. And then you put one on top of it. Let's see. I know I've seen this before. I haven't watched it lately. Yep, it's just giving me pieces. Well, I may just go like this. Since it's broken anyway, you're supposed to go like under and over. But it's just breaking up, so I'm just going to do this. It's all going to taste the same. And I'm not trying to win a contest with it, so I'm not going to do it that fancy. Just pretend I did. Under and over. It's really pretty, but this is crumbling apart on me. Because I had it in my freezer and I think it got smashed me trying to move something. Here. There we go. There's lattice. That's what you're supposed to do. I was going to do it right, but it's not cooperating very well. I'm just kind of giving it the spirit of lattice right now. The spirit is willing, but the crust is weak. If you made your own crust or you used the refrigerator one, it would probably work better, but this is just a frozen one. I guarantee you it's still going to taste good. Okay, yeah, see, we got the idea, right? I'm going to put it in the oven for the first 10 minutes. Then we're going to work on our chicken stir fry. Whoa, that's a hot oven. 125. Set this for 10 minutes. Okay, so then we're going to get our pan. I kind of have a mess over here. Hold on. Crumbs. Crumbs, crumbs, crumbs. So it says you can do this in a big skillet or a wok. This is the biggest skillet I have. So that's what we're going to do. Then it says you're going to put in, oh, let's get rid of the cherry pie recipe. You're going to put in a tablespoon of canola oil or whatever oil you want to use to cook. And I don't know if a tablespoon is going to be enough, but I'm using coconut oil. Supposedly supposed to be better for you. I'm putting a little more in there since it's not bad for you. Let's don't have it stick. Then I've got that on, and then I'm going to use, now I am using a pound of chicken. If you don't want to use chicken, you can also use pork. If you don't want to use meat, you can use, you know what I would use in this, since it's Asian, I would use some edamame, some soybeans. Or you could use tofu. Or you could use part chicken and part soybeans, whatever you want to put in there. But I'm using chicken, since Mom and I like chicken. And these are chicken tenderloins, a pound of them, and I've cut them in little pieces. Let's see how we're doing here. That piece didn't come apart. That's not hot yet. But stir fry, you're supposed to kind of, you know, get it hot and then stir fry. So, you know what? I really am going to need to do this on the other burner, I bet. This burner doesn't, oh, I have the back one on, no wonder. This burner does not work very well. So, let's try that one. There we go. Trying to get it where, nope, that didn't work. Trying to get where you can see it. Oops. There. Now you can somewhat see it. Yeah, I didn't even turn on the front burner. Well, no wonder it's not hot. Okay, so we're going to let it get hot for a minute. Then, let me get, it calls for a tablespoon of cornstarch. You're going to make a sauce. And this makes like an orange sauce. So I've got a tablespoon of cornstarch. It calls for 2 cloves of garlic, and I didn't have that, so I put in some garlic pepper. And that's like a 1/4 teaspoon. You can make it more garlicky if you want. We don't like it real garlicky. And then I have a 1/4 teaspoon of ground ginger. You know, ground ginger helps you digest something like that. If you have something that kind of makes gas and stuff, you put ginger in it, it helps a whole lot. And then this calls for ginger. So that's all the sauce. Tablespoon of cornstarch, 2 cloves of garlic, or some garlic, you know, ground garlic, whatever you want. A 1/4 teaspoon of ground ginger, and then you're going to add 2 tablespoons of cornstarch and a cup of orange juice. Okay, now we're starting to sizzle over here. I'm going to turn on my vent. I'm going to add some more chicken. So you just want to kind of cook this. This is a lot of chicken for this pan. I should do it in batches, but get that oil going all the way across there. It says cook it for 5 minutes, but you know, you cook it till it's done. If you're using chicken. I'm going to go ahead and put it all in there. Okay, there we go. I want to get this out of the way. And wash my hands. Hold on. Okay, there we go. Now, take our spoon. Yeah, I kind of want this stick. I'm going to put some more oil in here because this pan has never been the best for not sticking. I like the pan, but it can stick. So we're going to cook that real fast till it's done. Then I'm going to get a little bowl or something here. That'll work. No, let's use this. I'm going to have to take it out and put it in something, so I'm looking for... Alright, come on. I turned it too far down, I think. Cook, chicken, cook. Okay, so then, what we're going to do after we do this, we're going to stir fry the meat in oil until lightly brown, 5 minutes, drain, add the veggies. Okay, so our veggies. So what this calls for is 1 small onion sliced, a pound of fresh snow peas, or 1/4 pound rather, 1/4 pound of fresh snow peas, half of a red bell pepper julienne. Okay, now you can put anything you want in here. I'm not that crazy about snow peas. They're okay, but I'd rather have broccoli. I put the onion, the red bell pepper, and I did broccoli and carrots just because that's what we like. And the onion and stuff is all in there. So when we're done here, we're gonna saute those as well. And then you're going to, now I'm not cooking the rice tonight, but you cook, you know, you like make rice and serve this over rice. I'll cook the rice tomorrow morning. And then, when you serve it, you can add some sesame seeds. See, I got some little sesame seeds. You can add sesame seeds and some green onions. Just chop some green onions, and that'll be tomorrow too. Okay, now we got this going here. Want to make sure, like I said, you want to make sure it's done. I don't think 5 minutes is enough. I think it's more like 10. Because 5 minutes has already gone by. And I still see pink here, so. I guess if you cut your chicken really, really thin, you can cook it. And this was thawed chicken, too. This was not frozen. It was not even, it was room temperature. Because it was in the freezer, so I thawed it. If you have frozen chicken, that's going to take even longer. Okay, so while that's cooking, let's see. After we cook the vegetables, stir the sauce mixture and add to the pan. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and make this sauce. Let's get a cup. Okay, so it calls for a cup of orange juice. Okay, let's do my little trick again. That's my little trick. My eye level is the wrong way though. My eye level measure cup. Pour in a cup of orange juice. This is just, now it would be best probably if you squeeze the oranges. But this is supposed to be I got this at Publix too. One ingredient has nothing in it but orange juice. So, okay. We'll live with that. Is there orange? Oh, it smells good. Yep. It smells like good orange juice. I also like the orange juice at Sun Harvest, where they squeeze it. Oh, yeah, that's so good. Just like you squeezed it yourself. On the corner of, like, Metro and 6 Mile Cypress. Then you're going to add, okay, let's put it here. There's our orange juice. Then you're going to add 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. And I like to use this. This is actually a 2 tablespoon measuring thing. It's also known as 1/8 of a cup. So I can do it all at once. I know you can't see what I'm doing. There we go. My hand's in the way. Okay, so you're going to add that. Oop. Now this is our new recipe too. I've made like chicken stir fry stuff before, but not this exact recipe. Alright, let's see what our chicken looks like. Let's cut the piece. Okay, that looks done. Okay, so I'm going to take the chicken and I'm going to put it over here in a little bowl. It says remove chicken. And this too should not be terribly high in calories, so that's good. Okay, the pie, it's almost time to turn the oven down for the pie. Okay, so I'm going to add a little more oil. Make sure we have enough there. And then I'm going to add in these vegetables. And we're going to stir fry those. Oh, those look good. You could make this, like I said, you could make this all vegetable if you want. But I would put something with protein in it, like tofu, or I don't really eat tofu, but if you do. Or I would probably put soybeans, the edamame. I like those. That'd be a real good idea. It's Asian, too. Okay, so then we're going to stir fry that. And it says about 5 minutes. Okay, so now we're going to turn down our oven when that beeps to 375 for 45 to 50 minutes. Okay, down to 375. Let's set it for 45 minutes. Check it. There we go. Well, that oil disappears fast, I'll tell you. And there. I must be absorbing it. Stir fry, like I said, it's supposed to be real healthy, and it smells so good. Okay, so then, all we're going to do here when we're done is we're going to add my little bit of cornstarch and garlic. I have garlic pepper and ginger, and we're going to mix it in here with our orange juice and soy sauce. Stir that together. Yeah, that orange juice smells good. I've never had that kind before. No preservatives, no GMOs, no artificial ingredients, just plain old orange juice. I love that. Alright, it says Florida oranges too. Okay. I am browning this on the bottom, I'll tell you. So it says 5 minutes, so we're going to use the 5 minutes. You want them kind of crispy. This kind of browns the onions. I love cooked onions that are kind of brown. They're so good. Ooh, fumes are getting to me here. Doesn't that look pretty? Woo. So pretty. There we go. I'm trying to get it where it's, you can see it pretty well. There we go. It's been 1 minute. 1 whole minute. Now tomorrow morning I'll cook the rice. I'll just cook white rice. You can cook whatever rice you want though. You could probably put this over noodles too. So, this will be fun to try if you haven't tried something new for a while. Oh, it's been 2 minutes. And all of that color in the bottom of the pan, that just adds some good flavor. Okay, what does it say we do here? It says, stir the sauce mixture and add to the pan, bring to boil, cook, stir, return. Okay, so you don't add the meat till after you put the sauce in. We've got 2 minutes to go. That piece of carrot, oh, there it is. I was going to, that piece of carrot looks big. It's because it didn't cut all the way apart. Can fix that. Or that's not going to cook through. Come on, carrot. There we go. You gotta have it kind of thin. So are you going to be in church tomorrow? I'll be there. Gagging me. Get a drink of water. One minute to go. I think I'm going to taste one of these carrots, see if they're done. I don't like carrots hard as a rock. Okay, so while we're waiting on our last minute here, let's go ahead and add our cornstarch, our garlic pepper, and our ginger into here. Now, I love these little mini whisks. Oh, here. Here's my mini whisk. It gets the lumps out pretty well. Back to our veggie pan. Alright, let's check a carrot here. It's going to be hot, so I'm waiting. There he is. Doesn't he look tasty? Not bad. Oh, okay. Another 5 minutes. It's pretty good. So we're going to add our sauce. Oh, I'm going to eat that pie. Let's turn it up so it'll, you want to boil your sauce. And that will deglaze your pan too. Oh man, does that smell good. Alright. Look, it makes its own gravy and everything. Okay, what does it say? Bring to a boil, cook and stir until thickened. About 2 minutes. Okay, everything likes 2 minutes. Bring it to a boil. That'll cook these veggies a little bit more too. That's going to be a pretty good, healthy lunch, I think. Yep. You're going to want to come eat lunch with us tomorrow. They'll get some of that cherry pie. I think that's going to turn out good. I just wasn't sure, but oh, it tasted good. When those cherries get to be real soft too and you cook them. So far, of all the pies I've been making here lately, Mom's favorite is lemon meringue. I think it's probably my favorite too. That lemon meringue is so good. I don't know, this cherry pie might beat it though. Okay, so we're boiling. Boil for a couple of minutes. We don't need it that high. It's thickening up. Look at that sauce. Ooh, look at that. I think we should taste test the onion. with the sauce or something, don't you think so? I mean, we have to know, right? We've got to know it's not poison. But I gotta let it cool. Oh, that looks yummy. So we're gonna let it boil for a couple minutes, and then I'm going to, and then it'll be ready. Of course, I'm gonna want to eat it now, but I can't because it's for lunch. Tomorrow's lunch, right? Oh, that's good. That sauce is good. Mmm. Yummy. Alright, so let's add our chicken back in. Stir. That's a pretty nice amount there. So, tomorrow for lunch, we just have to reheat. And poof. Now, this is probably better served fresh. I'm sure it is. But, you know, I'm going to be at church. I'm not cooking. I like to cook ahead, so that's what we're doing. It will be good leftover, too. There we go. Our chicken stir fry. Serve over rice, and I suppose you can do noodles. So I'm going to go ahead and go, and then I will take a picture of the cherry pie and this, put it in the comments, and I will put the recipes in there. And I hope to see you all tomorrow, and I hope you have a good evening, and I hope you enjoyed watching the cooking show. Till next time, good night.